Hello everyone and welcome to another little bit of some VTuber gossip. Now this one's going to be kind of like a two-parter when it comes to Bao the Whale, the popular VTuber, if people can even call her that, because two things. Number one, there's actually now a public call out of like the PorcelainMaid and like Joel and kind of I guess just more so agency type style company that has now just been stealing money, like just not paying people, a horrible occurrence. So first and foremost, my heart goes out to them. No one ever should get scammed. No one ever should be losing money. And although they might have their own quarrels or weird hot takes, from me who does kind of a gossip channel, I don't usually take things too much to heart, you know what I mean? I kind of more so here just to make a video and make it entertaining for all the gossip fiends out there. So we're gonna go talk about that drama because it sucks. I actually genuinely feel bad about that. And then as well, just the part two, because it's kind of all relative, I guess, or it's like the same person, same genre. You can kind of throw it all in one video. We're gonna have more of the, I guess, freak out, if you will, of Bao, kind of throwing the VTubing aside and trying to switch on over to be more of like a real life content creator. And many fans, people in the VTubing sphere are actually calling her on out. Now, for that one, I'm gonna kind of give you guys just my quick stances earlier on too. I, as you guys can probably tell, am already a fleshy, and well, I do understand a lot of the ideas of people like the gatekeeper, like the idea of the VTubing sphere should not be having, like, a lot of people maybe doing like, OFs or more of the lewd type style content, pushing the parasocial end or as well. Just it kind of takes and kind of defeats the purpose of the whole idol culture that many people kind of grew up on. Now, some people don't mind, some people will show their faces, some people do whatever. So at the end of the day, it's kind of up to your own prerogative. For me, well, like I said, I'm just a dude, and if I do ever do my VTuber debut at some point, hopefully it has all been done, so I can't wait to show you guys. For me, it's almost hypocritical if I ever judge people on that one. So at least on that take, I'm going to more so kind of report on a lot of people on what they're saying, and I would love for you guys to go make your own thoughts. I'm trying not to be too biased on this one because I do have my own. This is the only content creator. I think I made like a 2-hour long video documentary of like why this Bao person's kind of bad. And so far they have, well, not really done anything better since then. But like I said, I just kind of do gossip, drama, and content over here. Who minds? Who cares? But her community was absolutely dreadful towards me, and I do not like her as a person. So at the end of the day, like whatever, but really shouldn't let that kind of, I guess, be biased when it comes to my own content, or at least not as much as it possibly can. That's why I'm doing the little disclaimer so people know. But nonetheless, let's go dive on and subscribe if you guys are new. We have the Twitter and Twitch down below if you guys want to follow. And first and foremost, let's try to go give a little bit of like, I guess, sympathy, if you will. Because if you guys missed this, we actually cover this on the channel. There is this big drama for many big content creators. Amelie, Chibidoki, Sinder, Sinder, if you're talking about Bao, but like just all these other bigger content creators out there involved in this. Grimmy too, like people are trying to do these like cute models. Camilla, trying to make things all cute and work with them, and like there was like millions of dollars potentially stolen here. Shando herself said that there was like $300,000 worth of product gone, and we have all these bigger content creators. Like if you can make a post about this and it gets 1.7 million views, there's probably been a lot of people involved in it. Like, a lot of people like, and just, it sucks. Like it seems like they all got screwed over. So this was kind of the big drama from this past week. More stories have come out. We've discussed a little bit more. It just sucks. Like no one ever wants to get scammed, and it does kind of seem like a lot of VTubers are actually been getting scammed overall. Even though if you guys look at the Novel Horizons website, literally everything, you guys can see collabs pause, whole website's basically on bankruptcy. You see Henya over here too as well. Is this Grimmy? This looks like it's maybe Grimmy, yeah. Yeah, I can see this, I don't know, it just stinks. Like I genuinely feel bad for all this merchandising that kind of screwed everyone on over. So that sucks. So there was actually this one post over here. It's like almost like a double whammy. Like I'm gonna have to go back and forth a little bit. I'll show you guys how Bao's involved. So PorcelainMaid, Joel over here, says and made this tweet a few days ago saying $40,000 was stolen from me, causing me to shut myself into my house again, overwork like crazy all year from the start. This has been a truck to the gut, and nothing feels like it's going my way. Debuts, friends, events, etc. Universe, just throw me a bone, please. You would think all the extra work would be beneficial. Maybe more money or more viewers. Friends jump out to prop me up at my low, but no, it's all been keeping me at the same level. As this year was a pit, and everything I'm doing extras to stop me from falling on in. I don't even like to focus on the negatives, but just allow me to get one out of my system. I've been dealing with this for a while. Now, as you guys can kind of go and see over here, too, people are giving them support over here. Like a lot of just people, I'm sorry this all happened to you, which is really true. Like I do generally feel bad for this all. Like if you lost 40K, that sucks. If you guys do or do not know, I was in a pretty big bankruptcy. More so like not my own personal bankruptcy. I had money in a company, kind of think like a bank. And there was like over like $300,000 stolen from me in a few different instances. Yeah, horrible. So this is something I super sympathize on. I've even had companies like sponsorship companies that owe me thousands of dollars and they end up going bankrupt or scamming. It sucks. Like when it comes to the VTubing sphere especially, but also in general creator sphere, a lot of opportunistic people who are like, oh, I'd love to run a business, etc. This sucks. Like my heart goes out for this guy. Like that sucks. It really does. Losing $40,000 is horrible. Now, I do not have an NDA. I have never worked with the said company, so I can make a video and put them on blast very easily. As you guys can see, a lot of people, obviously, in the VTubing sphere are very, very nice, very, very sweet. Just a lot of people saying they're going to support them no matter what. Awesome, you know? Just a lot of people. They're saying, I'm sorry I had to hear this. I know it must be rough right now, but things can only go up. You're a big inspiration. That's horrendous. Just a lot of good people. Like, a lot of good people in the VTubing sphere as a whole. And even if you ever have, like, little side comments or critiques, like, say, for the Bao situation on my end, like, I don't want anyone to get hurt. Like, I might be like, oh, this person seems like pretentious or rude or not my cup of tea or whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't want people having money, like, stolen from them. So when it comes to Bao the whale, it's kind of like maybe put into her a little bit in perspective over here, too. Saying, Agndra X3, owner of Kinetic Fusion, also stole $2,268 of my concert revenue from 2025. So this woman, like, also was a part of this kind of big scam. If anything, I do appreciate Bao for calling this on out, for, like, just, like, saying how it is, calling these people out. It's obviously nothing compared to Joel's whopping $40,000, but I truly hope the community comes together to help this incredible content creator out of such a terrible situation. Don't forget, a lot of these creators do make a lot of money, not to, like, say you can't go do something nice on this, but if maybe they had, like, a merch drop or, like, they started doing a few more sponsors, that's fine. You know, I'm not, no hate on that one. But someone like a Joel, especially if you can pull over 1,000 viewers on Twitch, you can definitely make, like, a few $1,000s per sponsor. Don't, like, be running over there to be like, let me go gift them my entire paycheck. These people, they can make pretty good money at the end of the day. Not to dissuade you from supporting them if you would like to, but just don't get kind of manipulated into it. A lot of these creators make a lot of money, like a lot of money. Or more so if, like, you're someone who's making like $15,000, you're maybe in college, you're maybe a bit younger. Don't, like, these people, this is like their responsibilities. It's bad. Like, I support them. I do not like that this guy lost money, but don't get, like, manipulated to giving people more money in the first place. I'm not saying they're manipulating you. I'm not saying they're trying to do this nefariously. I think they're just trying to vent, you know. It's totally okay. Like, I've made videos on me getting money stolen 1,000%. So I understand, like, you want to maybe make a bunch more videos. I've made like 5,000 YouTube videos since it happened because I didn't want to ever make money from other folks. Not in saying that they're going to. I know some people in the world will maybe assume like that, but keep that in mind. Like, they can just run a few extra ads, make extra YouTube videos, run like a second channel. If they really felt bad about it, they can. And it seems like they were. Like, it seems like they have been working hard. I just have to always clarify that because you don't have, like, the, you know, out there. But nonetheless, it is going to seem like Bao also got scammed. This sucks. Like, no matter what critiques you can say on people like this, I do not want people getting scammed. I appreciate as well Bao herself putting this on blast, saying Kinetic Fusion, this Android person. I respect someone who can say that. Like, that's always a big quality for me. Like, you can hate me or critique me or whatever, but as long as you can stand by your opinion, I respect it. So shout out to Bao, believe it or not. Although the part 2 of this video is like a bunch of people hating on Bao, but whatever. This is the gossiping team. But you know, they're calling it out. So people are kind of curious how they can lose money from a concert revenue. Maybe they just went and, like, you know, said it. Maybe they, I don't know. Like, maybe they set up the actual event. Maybe they were selling merch at the event. Would make sense. Maybe, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, there's small things you can do it. So some people even calling her out saying, how can you name drop like that after you didn't say who? I think probably someone like the Joel person would want that because he cannot, like, he might be trying to be like, hey, I might have some legal issues over here. You don't want, like, defamation cases. Like, I support the Joel guy in this situation. I even support Bao calling out because if she's not in any contract, like, literally, this is now putting more pressure on them, which can't help out the situation. I don't think they're doing anything wrong here. I really do not think there's anything wrong at all. So why is this info never passed to other creators? And I do see a lot of people talking about this. Same with the Amelie situation. Sometimes it just kind of comes out at once. Sometimes you're trying to, like, see if they can solve it. Sometimes they're lying to people. Like, these companies will be like, yeah, sorry for the delay. We had a shipping issue, tariffs, you know. And then, like, 3 months later, they just kind of ghost you. I can understand why. I do like it better when people talk about business and talk about these things. Maybe not publicly, but behind the scenes. Because it looks like this Novel Horizons issue never got solved. I did notice the Grimmy girl was calling us out actually a few weeks earlier. So shout out to the shout out to Grimmy. I really like that Grimmy girl. Like, very good quality, is very good everything on her. But yeah, So like people even be like, why would you not relay this info to your peers? A simple, hey, I've been waiting for a payment for a year now, would suffice. All creators gossip about everything but business. It is kind of true, but it is a weird one. I've never heard this Endra X33, that VTuber, which I didn't follow nor hear, was the one that stole your concert and stole 40K from Joel, and she's the owner of Kinetic Fusion herself. What the frick? Didn't she use medical issues and excuse to not pay you as well? So people are like putting on the spot. Things why Bao might have face revealed if you keep getting screwed over by sponsors. This is actually really relevant to the next part of the video, but I'm curious why they're saying this. If you keep getting screwed over by sponsors and stuff because you're anonymous, and those companies probably know that if you sue them, your real name goes out in the court documents, they get away with it. That actually is kind of true. By face and identity revealing now, no one can rob her. She's in complete control now, and she has male friends, clearly. So it also takes all the lies and rage bait away when people misquote her, like a month ago when someone said she hated men. Oh no, this woman definitely is like, we're not going down that road again. If you guys saw some of the things that happen in the private sense, like I'm not even like trying to, this is not even me trying to vague post, because I'm quite literally saying Bao and Bao's community, and I don't even want to be a victim. I don't even care. Like, if anything, I'm supporting them. I would say no bad blood, but definitely bad blood. They kind of show that Bao was pretty much a bad, horrible person. But once again, if they're getting scammed, I don't want anyone getting scammed. If you could still respect someone and be like, well, I had my own weird issues back in the day. Like, I don't really care, whatever. Clearly that's not true. I don't know about that. And also hate stops because she's clearly fit as all hell. Okay, you had a good point over here in the start, and now you're just kind of simping. So you can't make fun of her and say she plays some uggo behind the scenes. She's in complete control now, just a theory. How do I get fans like this? I just have like lesbian women that make fun of me in my Twitch streams and stuff. Like I get like the sassy bisexual Latinas. Like, dude, if I was a woman, man, I swear, dude, I swear. Nonetheless, yeah, there's some truth of it. It's kind of nice to like, so then people don't have to threaten you or have you show up to court or whatever. I do think this Bao girl is a victim in this. Like, people shouldn't be having money being stolen from you. You shouldn't have people money stolen from the PorcelainMaid guy. But like, a lot of people kind of supporting this, being like, that sucks. If anyone remembers MSN, the failed VTuber agency ran by Set that turned out to be illegitimate. Guess who's that CEO? It was that same Endra person too as well. The Novel Horizon CEO also happened to be friends with Set too. So there's just a lot of like these interconnections that are getting pulled out over here. And it does suck. Like, it kind of seems like people like the amount that she's been able to get away from over the years is truly insane. I'm so sorry, Bao. And it does suck. There's so many people getting hurt by these situations. All this, it just stinks. Boo and I got so many sponsorships under Kinetic and were never paid for any of them. We made attempts to communicate with her on the issue, but instead she opted to ghost us, take her money and run. It really sucks. And this is kind of why it's harder for people to go and like sometimes call it on out, because you're trying to do it amicably. And then afterwards, then like 7 other people all call out at the same time, and it goes from there. I do feel horrible. I do feel bad. Like you guys are seeing V Shoujo, I agree that guy stole everyone's money, gun run. Novel Horizons as well, allegedly. And it's all way too much greed and disgusting activity. It's so true. Like, it really does suck. It's so true too. This is for the emo concert over here as well. You, Daryl, and Numi put on such a great show for all of us. We're so kind to us to sign up the event. That's so messed up. Like, that's nice. Like, I mean, like I said, I can critique people like Bao or whatever, but like, if you're being good to your fans, you're doing good in these concerts, like you're calling this stuff on out, like I respect it. Like, I would never want someone to get scammed. So once again, another huge, massive scam that shows on up. It sucks. Like, I do hope that maybe legally someone like Joel, I mean, Bao could probably make $2,000 doing one sponsor in 2 hours. Like, so I sympathize, but I think even she knows, like she says, there's obviously nothing compared to Joel. Yeah, you know, like, so she could probably make this money back, already has made it back, whatever, she's doing fine. But it does seem like that Joel is on that slightly lower tier of viewership, not like in a negative way, just, you know, you could probably say like 3,000, 5,000 occasionally sponsors versus like, you know, maybe like a 500 to 1,500, which is still great, like doing phenomenal. But yeah, it's kind of harder for him to probably make that money back. So if you ever really, like, people want to do like Prime subs or watch a video, whatever, I mean, go for it. I don't know the guy. I'm not even endorsing the dude, do whatever. Just don't make sure you guys are not being like, here's like 500 gift subs because you're going through all this hard stuff. It sucks. He was scammed, but just know that a lot of these bigger creators can definitely make that money back over time as well. Hopefully, like, dude, I try to fit up every ass so for some odd reason, I'm not trying to sound like a hater. Like, these people are literally victims. I feel bad. But nonetheless, now this is where we go with like the drama and tea, because that sucks. Like, all these people getting scammed for lots of money. The fans, more so the fans, I feel bad. Like the Novel Horizon situation for people getting shitty merchandise, that like not even getting it, getting scammed, that hurts a whole lot more. Versus like a streamer that's probably making decent money, not getting their money. They still got hurt, but they thankfully have the means to make it back. I'm sure there's some fans out there who dropped like $600 on certain merch or whatever, and they just never got it. And it make it a bit more of a bigger blow for them too as well. It's just bad all around. But now, as we are a gossip channel, and I'm getting a little bit afraid to sometimes do things like tweet these things out or share my opinions, because I never really want to be like too much of a hater or too much of like, oh my God, this guy is such like a heckler or whatever. So it's kind of a weird balance between like me just being a normal guy, because I don't really care that much. I don't really hold too much animosity towards people, but sometimes there is some crazy tea. And there has been a lot of tea over here too when it comes to Bao. When it comes to Bao over here too as well. So as you guys can maybe see, there's this one tweet that has gone pretty viral. Like this has gotten a lot of attention over here. And there's been many critiques too, as well as Bao's been making more in real life content. I'm curious what you guys think. Like, you guys know I kind of have my own like little weird site with Bao's community, like Omega Simps and people who are just kind of like harassing people, many people for kind of no reason. But not to be like, oh, Victim Andy over here, but like it was a really bad look, and I do look very not favorably on this Bao woman. There's a lot of interactions that as a content creator, I just don't respect. Like, I just don't respect at all. But as a flesh tuber, as a person, I'm one of those people who are like, hey, if someone shows their face, it's extremely hypocritical if I ever judge them. I enjoy like the, I guess like almost tourism aspect of it, where people protect against it, because they like the idea of like VTubing. You don't show your face, you don't show your hands, you don't show this or this. I respect people who like the purity of it, you know, the anime fans, if you will. But I'm one of those people who I'm more of like a new age VTuber whenever I become it. Because people have videos on me, I've made YouTube videos, I've been streaming for like 15 years with my webcam, so I am someone who will transition on over, and I will most likely show my webcam for reactions or other content at times. Like, that's just how I am. Like, I don't mind showing my face online, whatever, it's okay. I'm also a guy too, so I don't get as many negative comments in terms of like, you know, weird stuff, or people looking at my ums, or, you know, whatever. But anyway, as Bao has now been slowly doing a little bit more in real life content, that same demographic of people who do not like that, like, do not like the idea of these, like, also a lot of people saying they don't really like the HOEs of the world. You know, having a lot of women that are doing OnlyFans or content creation with it. I know many who do, so I'm not usually too partial against it. But there is a lot of people out there who do not like that. They do not like the idea. You get a lot more parasocial people, and even other women. We've discussed this on other videos. It does seep on down into other women who have people who like have high expectations. Assuming you'd have inappropriate lewd content, pushing the boundary, sending DMs, offering. I've had friends and VTubers who have been offered money to face reveal, who have been offered money to go and like do lewd stuff. Like, hey, I'll give you $500, show me your feet. Like, I'll give you a $5,000, not $5,000, like $1,000 to be like, hey, give me some lewds for someone who does like more private. And a lot of these women have come into me, especially as we've made these types of videos, not to like bring down the women who do it. If you do, it's your body, you do what you want. I'm never going to be someone who's going to say not to. But there is also repercussions that other people don't really see. And that leads towards like two different sides of just the analyticalness. I really, at the end of the day, do not care what this Bao girl does. I really, truly do not. Like, you live your life, do whatever. But it doesn't go and take away the fact that other people in the VTubing sphere judge it, don't like it, or disapprove of it. Like, that's for me. Like, I'm a gossip channel. So we're gossiping over here. We're showing the gossip and the critiques, because these things do go pretty viral. Like, this tweet over here is also showing, let me show you guys. Like you guys can quite literally see, you have the VTuber instantly, the zoom on in. Like I said, this is just the demographic of the people who are like this. And then they go and scroll on through, and it's just a bunch of like pictures and videos and selfies. Over here, you're seeing people like, oh, they're making a post about Bao leaked her face. Like, taking pictures over here. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it as my own personal prerogative. Like, oh, I wish I was like a hater. Like, I wish I was someone who like would hold a massive grudge. Like, I got a little smidgen bit what I'm sure you guys can tell in the video, but it's kind of like, whatever, bygones be bygones. Do you want to, like, do I really care that much? No, because the second I upload this video, I'm just gonna, you know, spend time with my family and chill out, whatever. I don't care. But like, yeah, people are like, this is way too in real lifey, way too much. There is like the purest of it all. Or, you know, making this stuff over here, start your first note, you've seen pictures with her, whatever. Or like seeing her up in real life. So people are like, you were definitely not a VTuber, because like the bigger critique, and I've kind of seen people up on Twitter, comments, fans maybe even, they're like, hey, Like, we like the VTuber. Like, there are people who specifically will only watch content creators do the VTubing sphere. And then there's been a lot of really big negative stigma that happened from Bao. Like, that's just the reality of it all, whether you agree or disagree. You can like Bao, that's fine, but there has, say, like the Sinder documents, which is still haunting this woman horrendously, and why I'm kind of like not the biggest fan of her, because I went through all the documents. I read it through Sinder. It was just a mixture of all of them were like petty, high school, dumb drama that was just stupid. It was just dumb. It was really just stupid all the way. Kind of seemed like, we also, I think, even saw that Nanolis removed her document as per recent. And it kind of seems like a lot of people are still perpetually bringing it on up, and that's just the drama of it all. And that's what happens. If you do a drama situation, people are going to remember it, people are going to bring it on up, people are going to talk about it. Like a good example is like on the Joel guy. The Joel guy is like, I'll never play any video game that has any aspect of AI, and that was on the same week where PlayStation said they're working with more AI to make games better, or Claire Obscura. Or even the same thing, not that I agree with it, but it's like the performative aspect of it all that people don't like. It's just the reality of it all. If you have a brain or you're emotionally intelligent, you realize it's all manipulative. Or more so just maybe not a well thought out comment. Like, you can't really stand by that. So like, say a good example is Twitch was like, hey, we're going to be integrating AI into every pretty much streamer streams. Same with YouTube. So it's like, if you make a YouTube video, you make a tweet with Twitter Blue, you go and use Twitch, you can't be one of those people who are like, I will never touch AI ever. That's why people are kind of calling the guy out, because objectively he's just in the wrong, because now he's streaming on Twitch, which is using AI. Like, it's just like a stupid comment. Like, you could just go and say, hey, I don't like generative AI support artists. Cool. And I would be like, I kind of agree with you. But if you go and say, I don't want to use AI everywhere, then it's just like, it's just dumb. Like, sorry to kind of rope them on in. It's just, this is the drama segment of the video. I hope they get their money back. I hope that they do not get scammed. I do not like that either one of these people got scammed at all. But once again, it's just like, it's almost like the, I guess, consequences of your actions. Bao tried to get her big audience over here from VTubing. I think a lot of people enjoyed what she did. And then she inserts herself, gets in a bunch of drama, got in drama with Mujin, so it made everyone kind of have like a souring effect on her. It seemed like her viewership averages went down a decent bit. Not that I can judge. I'm happy to get 20 viewers, but I'm also not a full-time streamer. Like, I'm just having fun, doing whatever. I don't mind. I'm happy with what I got. But, and then people are also like, hey, dude, like, you're this VTuber, but every single one of your posts, now you're just spamming your face, spamming these comments, making memes, doing all this stuff, whatever. And there's the first one after all this, like, here's her working out, here's other memes, here's like Disney and real life Disney stuff. And she could do literally whatever she wants. I don't care. I really do not care. But people do. That's why there's comments. That's why people are making videos on this. People are critiquing the thirst traps. Other VTubers out there are calling them on out because it takes away the VTubing sphere. And like I said, there is other spirals that do happen. Like, we just can't ignore it, because that it affects other women. There are other women who have reached out to me, who have agreed with the comments, who have actually been thankful that I'm saying it. And it's just, I'm not trying to hate on the girl. It's just, you also have to realize that your actions, especially if you represent a whole demographic of people, do have repercussions. And like, you can't just be like, la 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 la, and that's why I'm making a video on this, and I've actually seen a lot of people agree on these takes. Like, it sucks that like these people are like this. Now, it's kind of funny because some of the comments are definitely like, I'm just going to read them out for you guys. Everyone knew that Bao was an Eeyore, though. What the public doesn't know about Bao is that much worse than just a fat Asian ordinary VTuber. She has a lot of experience on the depravity department, especially in cons. She's not even a VTuber. She's just a Now, I personally don't usually like critiquing people on their looks or stuff like this, but I'm not the only one she noticed. She went to the gym a few times and now done LARPing as a VTuber. So like Kei-san, she will never have a career as successful as her, being a random who does nothing besides things too as well. Maybe we shouldn't be ever think about that. I think she's done with it. She got dragged in the mud by all the people. Actually, this is the same person from before. Actually, funny enough, this person who was like kind of having their own little theory over there. Like, let's see what they say on this one. Like, this was almost like kind of like the defender person of Bao a little bit, which they had like, I think the first half, I was like, that makes sense. I get it. I think she's done with it. Seems like she got dragged in the mud by all the people who canceled Cinder. She seemed to not have been in on it. She barely collabs with anyone anymore. She moved to LA to live near her VTuber friends, and none of them hang out with her. It does seem like this, yes. And she's been canceled so many times. I think she's just slowly trying to become an influencer like Beefcake Patty, and once that works out, she'll move VTuber from profile. Yeah, exactly. The first one, I was like on the half take. It kind of seemed like they almost switched up their opinion a little bit. I would actually agree on this. It kind of seems like there was a really big blowout against her. And that's why I only more so have an issue with this girl. Like, I don't even have an issue that much, but just when as I cover this drama, this Bao girl, like, she was bad. Like, she was generally a bad person. I don't really care about people doing, like, looter content, really. I don't really care if people doing real life posting at times like this, But there was just so many instances that she was like calling Saikuno a child predator. She was literally trying to go and like cancel people multiple times. She was in multiple different dramas, and you had someone like Cinder who was just like, hey, I send my piece, you read it if you want, and I'm just not being in drama. And she seems like she has new friends. So like in my mind, I'm just thinking this girl is just in a bunch of drama and truly try to cancel other people in a group cancellation with like Shy Lily and all these other people. I think she's a bad person. Like once again, there's things that happen involving the Bao and Bao's community to me that I have not even said, and would probably make a lot more people be like, oh yeah. That happened in private, especially when I had like a bunch of videos involving with all. And I was just trying to be like, just like if men are like getting harassed and like there was a little kid that was being groomed and like harassed, I was like, that's gross. Like I literally made a video on, you guys probably remember, sorry for the recap, Andy. But like I literally was like, hey dude, like there's a little kid, like a literal child that was being groomed and like, it was horrible. And then people were sending me like really mean comments and like death threats. And I'm like, that happens all the time on the internet, which sucks. And I'm like, dude, it was all from Bao's community. Like those people were like retweeting Bao, following Bao. Like you can't like 100% blame her for that. But everyone was just like, Bao, dude, like shut up. Like stop adding flames to the fires. Like just tell people to calm down, whatever. I don't even want to be victim anyway, or whatever. I'm a grown man. Who cares? But still, like that's just a reflection of what she did. And a lot of people are calling her out. It's funny how she lost weight and immediately started flesh posting like 500x more than she used to. If anything, props to you for going to the gym. Like good, that's awesome. But people are going to judge you, especially if you build up your community through the VTubing sphere. People will think you used it. People are thinking you're trying to get away from it. Like it's just weird. Man, y'all take this VTubing stuff so seriously. God forbid someone wants to do something different. I'm kind of with this, but once again, the bad history of Bao makes me be like, oh, if this was anyone else, I would not care. Always the AI bandits. You mean like Kelly and Kiara from Hollow Wise? Since when does VTubing have to be exclusively VTubing? I'm kind of on the same boat. Like I'm gonna do the same thing, so I'd be hypocritical if I don't agree. But nonetheless, a lot of people are calling this on out. A lot of people are judging this. They're saying best in a VTuber ever because it's because she's just been in so many stupid dramas and stupid situations. Like there is a lot of people out here who are just kind of critiquing it. Now some people are still on her side. Like even here's this, like she's a very competent singer and songwriter. I don't mind if she transitions away from VTubing, although I was quite fond of the model. Like these people are nice. Like there's literally nothing wrong with someone like this. They're being like, hey, I maybe liked her content, liked her singing, like whatever. Like I think that's cool. But even like the fans are like, yeah. People are saying the funniest thing, tons of VTubers aren't complete eat-ms or look more attractive than Bao. Once again, I don't really like bring down people's looks or their comments on this one, but oh, she's LARPing as a VTuber, but as an e-girl. Bao has forsaken her identity. She finally gave up this VTubing thing, went to full flesh posting. I haven't seen anything about her until now. What a fall off. Bao stopped being a Oh, that said Bao. I said bro. People who only show their faces are just streamers only too as well. So just a lot of people are kind of critiquing this on out. Some defending it, some not. I just have a little bit more of a biased approach where I'm like, you do kind of seem like you just try to utilize the VTubing community to get a bunch of views. Although people could say the same exact thing for me because I'm over here talking about VTubing gossip, but I don't know. I just feel like it's entertaining. Sometimes these are people I know or my friends or have had to deal with stuff too as well. So it's all around a little bit on the crazier end. And there's been many posts over here critiquing Bao, many people over here, and even like one of their fans over here, you can kind of even see if you just look through Bao. They're gonna be like, hey Bao, like please make a separate account for all this in real life stuff. Call it Bao the Human with the handle Bao in real life or something. Being like, we don't even want to see you in real life. We don't want to see what's going on with it. Once again, it's your own social media, so you can do whatever you want. I can't take that away from someone. But if your audience and your fans are even calling it out and being like, ooh, that's rough, at least for some people out here, then that's not good. Now, a lot of people obviously will support her and kind of sim for her, but whatever. That's the way the lands. But I'm kind of curious what you guys have to go and say. Because there has been a lot of more comments out there. Like here's even some comments over. It's kind of funny if you look through Bao, even my own post shows up here. I'm all for Bao showing her in real life face and making VTuber fans mad because of it. That being said, I call this out from VTubers way before this person went to TwitchCon in 2024. I don't think she's an nor should you be calling her that. I don't really like when people use the W word, but she definitely doesn't have an OF, and she definitely is seemingly opportunistic and trying to make money any way she can. I don't mind if women have OFs at all, but just in the case of her Bao. It's kind of like, where's the money at? You're just insecure about your own physiques, haven't been outside yourselves. I've seen many women. I've dated women more attractive, at least in my opinion, than her. But once again, that's just my own prerogative. I'm more of a very big personality is a big thing for me. And if your personality is a little bit starky, Cali, prissy girl, Asian baby girl, if you will, Not usually the best, to be honest, but, you know, whatever. After also seeing everything that I know in private that I still haven't fully told you guys, yeah, it's kind of gross to me. But whatever, I don't think she's necessarily unattractive at all. Or ugly, I don't think that at all. If anything, proud of her for getting in shape and, you know, whatever, being confident, it's all good. Get healthier, get comfortable in your own skin so you don't let your fear of envy. I don't know, it's just, this person's like, I don't know. It does kind of seem like Bao is trying to more so push towards the in real life content creation. Maybe try to get away from the VTubing drama. I would love to hear your thoughts. At the end of the day, I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm kind of, whatever. This is some random streamer I've never interacted with her. I know I never will have to interact with her. That's the beauty of it all. But it doesn't take away the fact that people do critique her. Now, as well, that was kind of the end of the gossip portion. Hopefully you guys don't mind the separation. I never want to kind of seem like a bad guy or whatever, just kind of throwing in my thoughts. But when it comes to the whole scamming end for Joel and Bao, no matter my critiques or what I may think about them in private, or I guess not even private, just public, I don't care. I'll stand by my opinion. Like, if I saw these people in real life, I'd be like, hey, what's up? You know, like, I wouldn't care. Would they say hi back? Probably not, but whatever, you know, I don't, whatever. But when it comes to the scamming, I hate that they got scammed. I do not like that happened. I despise that. I genuinely feel bad for them. I do hope that the VTubing and also content creators here can kind of almost take a step back, if you will, from just all these bad actors. Like, yeah, you can be like, oh, you do in real life posting in your VTubing world, whatever. But even with that, like higher level, I don't want people getting scammed. I don't want people getting harassed. I don't want people getting hurt. Obviously, these are some of my opinions. Give me yours, but like try to be nice. Like never harass the Bao girl in person or like online. You don't have to. So I can make these gossip videos. You can have like gossip over here. And give me your thoughts. A little bit, like I said, a little bit of all these other different directions over here. We've seen many people just discuss this too. Yeah, give me your thoughts. Subscribe if you guys are new or don't. Twitter and Twitch down below. I'll see you guys all soon, hopefully.